record this one. Yes. So now problem number 9. So see this problem. Rajesh retired from service on 10/1/2018. That is nothing but January 10, 2018. He retired. January 10, 2018, he retired. Then, after serving for 34 years, 11 months, and 10 days. Okay. His basic on 1/1/2017 was 18,500. That is previous year basic they have given in the problem. That is 2017, 2016-17. Year 2016-17 means it starts from April 1st 2016 and ends on 31st March 2017. 2016-17 year basic they are given, and annual increment 500 falls dues in September every year. That means what? Here you can say that this 18,500 does not consist of this 500. 18,500 500 is not included in that 18,500. Why? Because here it is due in September. Because this balance is given in January, right? So this is not included. We have to add. So there is two cases will come. One is with increment and another is without increment. So that we need to see. Then he gets DA at 30% of basic considered for retirement benefit basic. Okay, so you know that DA, first thing we need to see for gratuity calculation whether it's covered or not covered. In this question, if you see, there is no information about that. If nothing is given, we'll assume that he is not covered under payment of gratuity act. Whenever he is not covered under payment of gratuity act, you know that salary means only basic. DA comes only, they say that it enters retirement benefit. In this question, if you see, he gets DA at 30% of basic considered for retirement benefit. So DA also you should take. So salary means basic plus DA. He was paid commission at 1% of sales turnover of 50 lakhs. So here commission is also given in terms of fixed percentage on the sales turnover. So commission also you should consider. So this commission also comes. So now salary means what? Basic plus DA plus commission. On retirement, gratuity received 4,80,000. So gratuity amount is given in the problem 4,80,000. Leave encashment is 2,20,000. So that is also mentioned. He had 7 months earned leave to his credit. That is nothing but approved period of leave. We know that is 7 months. Compute gratuity and encashment under exempt under section 10. So here we need to calculate two concepts. That is, one is gratuity, second one is earned leave encashment. And they have asked exemptable amount. In this question, they have asked exemptable amount and not the taxable amount. So we are concerned about only exemptable amount only. So that we need to consider. So after seeing this problem, first thing we need to do here is first we need to see the calculation for gratuity only. I have already told this is the case of not covered. Rajesh is a non-government employee. He is not covered under Payment of Gratuity Act of 1972. That is why now first the calculation. See this, there are several notes are given that we have already discussed. That is, since problem does not mention, it is assumed that he is not covered under payment of gratuity. Sales turnover, it is assumed that it is for last 10 months. That is why we need to consider commission. Then the commission is paid as a fixed percentage of turnover. Salary means basic plus DA plus commission. Yes. Now next very important thing is 2 points 4 and 5. Why? Because you know that for gratuity month of retirement is excluded. For gratuity month of retirement is excluded. For encashment, earned leave encashment, month of retirement is included. So here they say as the SSE retires on 10/1/2018, that is nothing but January 10, 2018, salary for the last 10 months prior to the month of retirement means salary from March to December. So it is very clear. For gratuity calculation, you are not considering January. Why you are not considering January? Because January is a month of retirement. That is why you should not consider. Next for encashment. When you are calculating encashment, salary for last 10 months prior to the retirement means salary for the months that is from 11th March to 10th Jan. 11th March to 10th Jan. Why? Can you tell me 11th March to 10th Jan? Why it is like that? Because in earned leave encashment also we want average salary of 10 months. Average salary of last 10 months we want. And for earned leave encashment, month of retirement is included. That means January 10 days is there, right? In January, he worked for 10 days. So that is also included. That is why January 10 days comes. And from March 11, why not from March 1st? Because we have included the January 10, right? That is why we will start from March 11. Initial 10 days we will not consider. Why? Because we want only 10 months salary average. So 10 months salary average you will get easily from 11th March to 10th Jan. Yes. After knowing all these things, next thing is calculation of salary for gratuity. Why salary for gratuity is important? Here they have given basic and increment. Whenever there is an increment is the problem. Then what happens? Then there is a two cases. One is with increment, one is without increment. So let us see both the cases. First is with increment and without increment. First we will discuss about with increment. Then we'll discuss about without increment. See this with increment. If you see the problem once again carefully, increment falls due on September. He retired in January. That means January is not included. Why? Because it is we are considering for gratuity calculation. So how many months are involved with increment? September, October, November, December. Only 4 months with increment. So basic, you know, that is of the previous year they have given 18,500. So after September 500 increases means how much? 18,500 plus 500. 18,500 plus 500, so 19,000. So 19,000 is your salary with increment. That is for 4 months, September to December. So 19,000 into 4 if you do, you will get 76,000. Yes. So now, but we want average salary of 10 months for both gratuity calculation as well as for an encashment calculation. We want average salary of 10 months. When we don't want average salary of 10 months for gratuity, when is covered under payment of gratuity, then we want only last round salary. Yes, so here is not covered. That is why we want average salary of last 10 months. See, now we have already calculated for 4 months, that is September to December. So we'll assume that increment starts from September. That means before September and all without increment. Yes, without increment means here 18,500 only. That is how you can say here 18,500 only means from February to August. Okay. So let us calculate. February, March, April, May, June, July, August. Okay. So February is also not included. March to August. Once you see March to August, March, April, May, June, July, August. Yes. Now 6 months. So from March to August without increment, that is 18,500. Why? Because from January to August, salary is 18,500 only. That is why. So without increment, 18,500 into 6, that is 1,11,000. So now total salary is with increment plus without increment. Both if you add, you will get 1,87,000 plus DA. DA you should consider. Why? Because it enters retirement benefit. It enters retirement benefit, and they have said DA 30% of basic. See this 30% of basic they have said. So now we got the basic, that is 1,87,000. On that you take 30%, you get DA as 56,100. 56,100 is your dearness allowance. Then commission. What about commission? Let us assume that it is for the period of last 10 months. So commission, they have said the sales turnover is 50 lakh. Commission is at 1%. So 50 lakh into 1% if you do, you will get commission. That is 50,000. That is 50,000. So commission is also added. So final salary for total last 10 months is 2,93,100. But we want average salary. Average salary, that is divided by 10. 2,93,100 divided by 10 if you do, you will get average salary. That is rupees 29,310. So this is a working note you have to do before solving the problem. Yes. After doing this working note, next thing is you need to prepare the format. Yes. So computation of exemptable gratuity. Here they are calculating exemptable gratuity. If you see the previous problem, we have calculated what? Taxable gratuity. So if you see the taxable gratuity, how we used to write? Actual gratuity received we have used to write in the outer column, then less exempt under section 10 clause 10, actual gratuity received in the inner column. But here there is no amount in the outer column. Why? Because we want only exemptable gratuity. How to determine the exemptable gratuity? we can easily determine the exemptable gratuity here. See this, there is three rules for exemptable gratuity when is not covered under Payment of Gratuity Act. First thing you know, that is actual amount of gratuity received. Then there is a statutory limit. Statutory limit for not covered it is 10 lakh. For covered it is 20 lakh. Then third rule is half month salary based on average salary of last 10 months preceding the month of retirement for completed years of service. If you see here in this question, they have mentioned about 34-year, 11 month and 10 days. 34-year, 11 month and 10 days they have given. So we will consider only completed year. Why? Because he is not covered. If he is covered, then what is the rule? Then 15 days salary based on last drawn salary for completed years of service or part thereof in excess of 6 months. That means for covered employee under Payment of Gratuity Act of 1972, what happens? If there is anything above 6 months, we'll assume as 1 year. If he is a covered, then we'll take 35 years. But in this case, no information is given. That is why here we will take it as 34-year only. This 11 months and 10 days we should ignore. Why? Because it is not covered and there is no information about part thereof in excess of 6 months is mentioned in the question, or in the rules they have not mentioned. And in this question we have calculating exemptable gratuity. So exempt under section 10 clause 10. If you see here, gratuity section, you know what is the gratuity section? That is section 10 clause 10. What is the section for commuted pension? Commuted pension is section 10 clause 10a. Then there is earned leave encashment. Earned leave encashment section is 10 clause 10 double A. Yes. So similarly, there are various sections are there. Then there is a concept of HRA, house rent allowance. For house rent allowance, there is a separate section. That is section 10 clause 13A is there. So that and all we need to discuss later. So section is also important. So section 10 clause 10 list of the following. First, actual gratuity received. This actual gratuity received is given in the problem. If you see this on the retirement he receives gratuity 4 lakh 80. So 4 lakh 80 you should write as it is because it is given in the problem. Gratuity total amount 4 lakh 80. Yes. Then statutory limit you know that is 10 lakh. That is fixed. Yes. Then third point is half month salary for completed years of service based on average salary of last 10 months. Now we have calculated average salary of last 10 months. See this, how we calculated. For the purpose of not covered employee, salary means only basic. We know. Unless and otherwise stated in the problem, we should not consider DA, DP, or what do you mean by DA? DA means dearness allowance, or DP, dearness pay. Then commission we should consider only if it is sales turnover is given for the last 10 months, then only we should consider commission, or else fixed percentage is mentioned, fixed percentage on the sales turnover is given, then only we should consider commission. In this problem not covered, so basic means salary plus DA plus commission. Yes, so salary means here basic we are talking. Yes, so here if you see half month salary for completed years of service, 1 month's average we got 29,310 divided by 2. Why divided by 2? Half month salary is there. So 1 by 2 into 34 completed years of service. Yes. Why not 35? Because 11 months 10 days is ignored. That we have already discussed. Yes. So if you do like this, you will get one amount that is 4,98,270. Yes. Now you see among these three which is least or which is minimum. Among these three which is minimum we need to see. Why? Because least is exempt and remaining is taxable. Least is exempt, remaining is taxable. But in this question they have asked only exemptable amount. So just we need to figure out among these three which is least. So let us see this among these three 4 lakh 80, 10 lakh and 4 lakh 98,270. 4 lakh 80 is the least. So 4 lakh 80,000 you write it in the outer column. That is 4 lakh 80. So this is an exemptable amount. On this amount there is no tax. Yes, it is very clear. So now half of the problem is solved. Half of the problem is solved. Once again, if you see the problem, they have said you have to compute earned leave encashment also. Earned leave encashment also, and you know that for earned leave encashment month of retirement is included, so you cannot consider the previous working note for this problem. Why? Because for gratuity calculation month of retirement is excluded. That is why again we have to do working note. So now second step here, if you see the second step, calculation of earned leave encashment to working note. Now working note, again there are two concepts, with increment and without increment. Why there are two concepts? Because here there is an annual increment is given. In the question annual increment is given, and here increment falls due on September every year. In the month of September increment gets due. So let us see. First we need to see with increment. Why with increment? I will tell you. Because September it falls due, right? So September till the month of retirement. When he retired on January 10. January 10, 2018. Basic is given for the previous year, that is 1/1/2017, 18,500. So now you can easily calculate with increment how many months, because month of retirement is included. So September is there, October is there, November is there, December is there, and January 10 month is there. So you can very easily say 4 month 10 days. 4 month 10 days is with increment. So same thing we have done here. See this, 4 month 10 days with increment. So increment amount. How to get increment amount? If you see the question again. Basic is 18,500. Basic is 18,500. But after September, that is September onwards, you'll get 500 extra. That means 18,500 plus 500. So 19,000 now he is getting from September onwards. Yes. So 19,000 is our basic for with increment. So 19,000 into 4. So we have got one answer, that is 76,000. See this, 19,000 into 4 is 76,000. But what about January 10 month? January 10 days are there, right? So that also we need to calculate. So separately plus 19,000 into 10 by 30. Why 10 by 30? We are considering only 10 days. 10 days salary there. So 10 by 30, if you do, you will get 6,333. Yes. So now add both 76,000 plus 6,333. You will get 82,333 with increment. Once you know with increment amount, you can easily calculate without increment. Yes, it is very easy. Why? Because here for the calculation, we want average salary of last 10 months. So now from 10 month, you need to deduct 4 month 10 days. From 10 month, you deduct 4 month 10 days. How many remaining? Remaining is 5 month 20 days. Obviously, 5 month 20 days is a remaining. So that is without increment. See this. Without increment is 18,500. Here why 18,500? Because it is before September we are considering. Before September, you know, from January to August, salary was 18,500 only. That is why 18,500 into 5. 18,500 into 5, if you do, you will get 92,500 as your total. But what about 20 days? 20 days also you should consider, right? So that 20 days you should consider for any 1 month. Yes, any 1 month means before September we are calculating, right? So let us see. From March, April, May, June, July, August. That becomes 6 months. So March is not included. March is not included. So let us start from April now. April, May, June, July, August. Yes. Now 5 months. Yes. So now 5 months is April to August, and March only 20 days. Yes. Now it is very clear. March only 20 days, and other 5 months, that is from April to August. Yes. So March 20 days calculation. 18,500 into 20 by 30. Yes. That is 1,04,833. So now we got without increment answer and with increment answer. Yes. So now what you are going to do is to make total of the both. You will get 1,87,166. Yes. So this is our total salary for last 10 months. Yes, with increment plus without increment. But you know, salary means basic plus DA plus commission. So DA also comes. DA, once you see the question, if you see the question, what they have given DA, he gets DA at 30% of the basic considered for retirement benefit. Here they have specifically mentioned in the problem. So on the basic you take 30%. On the basic you take 30% here. See this 1,87,166 into 30% if you do, you will get 56,150. So this is our DA, dearness allowance. Then plus add commission. Sales turnover is given in the question. Sales turnover is given in the question, that is 50 lakh. 50 lakh into 1 percentage is commission. So 50 lakh into 1% if you do, you will get 50,000. Yes. So now total, add all these things. Basic, DA, commission. So you will get now total salary, that is 2,93,316. This is for 10 months. But we want average salary. Average salary of 10 months we want. So total salary divided by 10. So 2,93,316 divided by 10 if you do, you will get 29,332. Yes. So this is the working note for earned leave encashment. Any doubt regarding this working note, you can ask now. If there is any doubt regarding this working note or the previous working note of gratuity. Anuj, Pragati, Suraksha, if you want to ask anything, you can ask now. Unmute yourself or comment in the chat box. See, I hope there is no doubt. Anuj is saying no. Anuj, you left and now you joined again. Yes. So Suraksha is saying no. Yes. So I hope there is some network problem for Anuj. So let us see now. After working note, now next thing. Next thing is computation of exemptable leave encashment. What we have done in the previous step, that is computation of exemptable gratuity we have done. Similarly, we need to do for earned leave encashment. So computation of exemptable encashment, 3 column you have to do, particular, then 2 amount column. Exempt under section 10 clause 10 AA, list of the following. So amount of leave encashment. First thing you need to write amount of leave encashment. So where it is given? It is given in the question directly. See this leave encashment amount. On his retirement, he gets 2,20,000. So 2,20,000 is the actual amount received. So we have written that. Then after that, a 10-month salary. So what do you mean by 10-month salary? 10-month salary means it is a salary based on average salary of last 10. 10-month salary based on average salary of last 10 months. Average salary of last 10 months we got, that is 29,332 into 10. Into 10 if you do, you will get 2,93,332. Yes. Then the salary for approved period of leave. Yes, approved period of leave is given in the question. You see the question, see this, he had 7 month earned leave to his credit. So this is our approved period of leave, that is 7 months. Yes. So off on this 7 month, now he is encashing his leave. Encashing his leave. So we'll consider basic plus DA plus commission. So that average salary we need to consider now. See this average salary. What is our average salary here? Average salary is 29,332. Here we got same thing, multiply by 7. Why? Because 7 months is approved period of leave. 29,332 into 7 if you do, you will get 2,05,324. Then statutory limit. Statutory limit for encashment is 3 lakh. That is given in the rules. So same thing you need to write 3 lakh. So but we want exemptable amount. How to get exemptable amount? Among these four, we need to find which is least. Among these four, which is least? Point number C, that is salary for approved period of leave is least, that is 2,05,324. Yes, write it in the outer column. So on these amount, on this amount 2,05,324, there is no tax. It is exempt from tax. Yes, it is very clear because they have asked exemptable amount. So this is how you are going to solve this type of problem. This type of problem comes for 12 months. So any doubt regarding this problem you can ask me. Any doubt regarding this problem you can ask. Suraksha? Have you understood? If there is any doubt, anything you want to ask, you can ask. Suraksha is saying yes. What about others? Where they went? No doubt is saying Suraksha. See, after discussing all these things, till now we have discussed 9 problems on a tax-free income. So, gratuity calculation we have discussed, then commuted pension calculation we have discussed, then earned leave encashment problem, and together a combination of two concept, one or two concept that also we have discussed. So, next thing comes is retrenchment. Retrenchment compensation, that is one separate topic is there that we need to see. So let us see that once rules we need to discuss now. Once we will discuss the rules. See this. Now retrenchment compensation section 10 clause 10b. So we need to remember this section also. So now let us see what is this. Retrenchment means what? When an employee is retrenched by employer, he may be paid compensation at the time of retrenchment as per the provisions of Industrial Dispute Act of 1947 or any other act, rules, standing orders, or contract of service. So first thing we need to know, what do you mean by retrenchment? Retrenchment means what? Retrenchment means here it is removal of an employee by the employer. That is known as retrenchment, isn't it? So after that, retrenchment means removal of an employee by the employer. Yes. So now there are various rules for retrenchment. If you see, amount so received is exempt to the least of the following. See this, there are various conditions they have mentioned. First is amount calculated as per the provisions of Industrial Dispute Act of 1947 or amount notified by Government of India, that is 5 lakh. So this is nothing but it is a statutory limit. 5 lakh is our statutory limit. Then actual amount received, that is the third one. So among these three, whichever is least is exempt. So retrenchment calculation here is not that important because in the examination point of view, they'll ask only for 6 months. Sometimes they ask. That is also not sure. So you need to remember these rules. That's it. As per the Industrial Act, how to calculate the amount as per 1947 Act? For that, there is separate rule is given. See this. As per the Industrial Act, the amount is calculated at half month's average salary for every completed years of service or part thereof in excess of 6 months based on the salary for last 3 calendar month. So here only difference is we need to consider 3 months salary, previous 3 months salary. Before and all, how we consider 10 months salary, isn't it? And here part thereof in excess of 6 months considered as one entire 1 year. Full year we need to consider. So this is one rule. Yes. So this is about retrenchment compensation section 10 clause 10b, only theory portion. Next thing comes is compensation received at the time of voluntary retirement or separation, section 10 clause 10c. So 10b, employee is removed by the employer due to some reasons. Some dispute happens in the company. For that reason, employer may remove the employee. Now, this is section 10 clause 10c is there, right? This is for what? This is voluntary. Employee itself voluntary going out of the organization. In that case, what is the rule? So, the amount exempt to the extent of the least of the following. So, among these three, which is least that you need to exempt. See, for these rules are different. Last drawn salary into 3. Last drawn salary into 3 into completed years of service. Or, in the first condition itself, there is or last drawn salary into remaining months of service, whichever is less. Yes, or 5 lakh, that is statutory limit for retrenchment compensation or actual compensation received. Among these three, whichever is least is exempt. Salary for this purpose means only basic. Only basic. DA can be considered only if employment provide or it enters the retirement benefit. Commission is paid as a percentage of turnover, that is for 1 month. That is for 1 month. If commission is paid, that we can consider. So these are the rules for retrenchment compensation and voluntary retirement. So have you understood the rules now, Suraksha? Have you understood the rules? See, these rules are not that important, but just you need to remember in case problem comes for 6 marks. So now last one problem we need to discuss. Small problem. See this problem number 10. Raja, aged 53 years, opted for VRS after serving for 24 years and 7 months. He received 10 lakh as a compensation. He had received, he had 6 years and 5 months service left. So, remaining service they have mentioned 6 year 5 months. His last drawn salary is 16,000. Find out taxable compensation. So, here VRS means what? What do you mean by VRS? Can you tell me? Suraksha, can you tell me? What do you mean by VRS? What do you mean by VRS? If you know, you can tell me. VRS means what? Voluntary retirement scheme. VRS means what? It is a voluntary retirement scheme. So there is an option for the employee. He can retire before the fixed tenure. So you know that retirement age is 60 years. Before that also he can opt for retirement. In that case, it is considered as voluntary retirement scheme or VRS. Whenever such a VRS is taken, he will be paid for the remaining whatever left years of service. Whatever the service he has left, if he continued in the organization. For that, he gets the amount. See this. So we need to solve the problem now. So taxable compensation they have asked. So whether this is section 10 clause 10b or section 10 clause 10c. This is the case of section 10 clause 10c voluntary retirement scheme, or it is a case of separation or voluntary retirement. First one is section 10 clause 10b, that is for retrenchment. So that is not the case here. C case, yes. So actual compensation. Format 3 columns, particular and 2 amount column. First, actual compensation. Actual compensation is given in the problem. That is 10 lakh. See this. 10 lakh we have written in the outer column. Less. Exempt under section 10 clause 10c. 3 rules are there. First is actual amount received. Same thing. Whatever he has received, that you need to write in the inner column 10 lakh. Then monetary ceiling. That is nothing but statutory limit. That is 5 lakh. That you know. And for the third one, you need to apply the rule. What is the rule here? Last drawn salary into 3, last drawn salary into 3 into completed years of service. So here last drawn salary, if you see, that is 16,000. 16,000 into 3. See this rule we are talking about. 16,000 into 3 into completed years of service is 24. 24, yes, and 7 months is ignored. 7 months is ignored. Why? Because part thereof in excess of 6 months is not there. So 16,000 into 3 into 24, if you do, you will get 11,000. That is, you will get what? 11 lakh 52,000. Yes. Now you got these three total. Among this, whichever is least is exempt. Which is least? B point is least. Monetary ceiling, that is 5 lakh is least. So 5 lakh is exempt. Remaining is taxable. So from actual compensation, deduct 5 lakh. So you will get taxable amount as 5 lakh. So this is how you are going to solve the problem regarding voluntary retirement or compensation. Yes. So this is problem number 10. So any doubt regarding this problem, Suraksha?